Let's create a calculator app in Android Studio. First create a new project, then select empty activity, then give the name calculator, then select the path where is project going to be saved, hit finish. In layout file, we need to create some text views like first text view for showing the expression after clicking is equal to button, and the other text view for showing the expression or final result of the expression. So we are going to create a text view using XML. We give the width and height wrap content, and we are giving the ID, so we can call it in the main activity .java file. We are giving hint and hint color, so we can see our hint and how the text view looks with the text. After setting these properties, we need to go to the design panel and set the constraint manually. So the setting the constraint in this way is very easy. We are creating the linear layout because we need almost 20 buttons for calculator, and these 20 buttons are setting in the linear layout. Linear layouts are the container that help us to manage the layouts in the linear way. We can change the orientation we can change orientation like we want. So this linear layout is the main linear layout, and in this linear layout the orientation is vertical and the other linear layouts are going inside it. So the rows are the inside linear layout and the total container is the outside linear layout. Now right now I created the row linear layout, and now I am going to create a button. The button width and height will be match parent. Like it can take the width and height only for the text inside it. Then we are giving it ID AC and text AC because it is the button for all clear, and we are giving the background tint color to the lighter gray, or you can say the gray color, so the button are visible in our black background. Then we are giving the text color white, so the text is more visible in our button. Then we are setting the text size 24 sp, so text is more big and large to see, and text style to bold, so it can be more visible and more appealing or attractive. Then we are going to copy and paste this button 4 times, so we can just change the IDs and text inside the button, so we don't need to create the button multiple times. The buttons are ready in the first row. We need to create 4 more rows for almost 20 buttons. Now I am going to just change the ID and text inside of the all and each button. Finally, the layout is ready. Now we need to select all the buttons that has the number inside it or dot, so we can change its color to little bit darker, or we can say little bit lighter, so we can see it, or we can differentiate it from other buttons like a real calculator. And we are going to change the equal to button color to the pink, so it can be visible or more appealing. Then we are going to main activity for joining these buttons and layouts to our Java code. Now we are writing the variables, like we are declaring the class of the variable like button, and then we are going to set the names of the variables like button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, just names. The variable are the essential part of the code, because we are going to use these variables to connect with the layout and assign the values to our buttons. When you assign the variables, please count the variables, because we need correctly 20 buttons, because if we miss the button, the code will not work for those buttons, and our calculator shows the error for these types of button. Now we are assigning the values to the variable using find view by id. Just copy paste all the buttons and change its text or its names and its IDs. Now we can set the on-click listener on the each button like this, but the very comfortable way, because we are working with lots of button. The most efficient way is to implement the interface on-click listener. The on-click listener interface, after implementing, we are getting the error. This error showing us to implement the method on-click view. This method is getting each and every view that is set the on-click listener. Now we are setting the on-click listener on the each and every button. So when the button is clicked, this method will be called. For each and every button, we need to set it. So I am going to fast forward it. After setting the click listener for each and every button, we need to add a text view, because the text views are going to show our values. Without text view, we can't able to show the values to the user. So after giving the variable names, we are adding the string expression, because this string contains our full expression in the string format. We are changing the variable names because in Android Studio or in any programming language, the variable name cannot be same. Now we are connecting the text views with their respective layouts using find view by id. Now in onClick listener, we are going to cast this view into the button variable, so it can be button and Android Studio cannot show us an error. Then we are going to assign the value to the expression string in the txt expression text view. That is the text view that we are using to show the expression first. Then we are extracting the button text, so it can be added in the expression. Then we are going to set this expression as a text of our text expression text view using text expression dot set text. Then we can check when we click the button, then the values are adding to the text view. We can see it. Now we need to add the code. When AC button is clicked, we are checking if using button text when the button text is equal to AC, means AC button is clicked. We are going to clear all the things like expression text view, result text view, and expression also. And when the C button is clicked, we need to pop the last item of the expression. Like if I had 2 plus 2 5, I need to pop the 5 like last element. So we are using substring method in the strings. Then we are using txt expression text view to show the expression. Like after popping the value, we need to update the text view. Then the equal to code we are going to write later, because we are going to add one library to our code. And else, like all these buttons, excluding this one, the all buttons are going to the same. Like when we click the button, the text getting extracted at the end of our expression. Then we are adding the library to the build.gradle. I am going to put this library into the description. You can add it from there. Now we are going to create a function evaluate expression. That evaluate expression, we are going to send the expression string to this function, and we are going to send the expression string to this function, and this function is going to return us a double value of the result. The library provide us a expression builder that can be build and execute our string. This method help us to reduce lot of function and lot of code, because we need to create a function for each and every arithmetic operation like plus, minus, divide. So this library help us to reduce these functions and write all the code into just one function. We are writing it inside the try catch because it can throw the errors, and we are catching these errors into extraction.e, and e.print stack track going to be print that stack tag into our logcat. If the exception occurs, we are going to return the nan, means null value. Now we are going to convert this result into string, because we cannot set the text view text as a integer or double. We need to set the text view text as a string. So we are going to set the txt expression dot set text as a final result, so the final result can be set, and the result text view text is the expression, because we need to show expression also in our upper text view. And we are going to clear our expression. We are going to use string method. If the string ends with .0, then we are going to remove this 0, and if string don't ends with .0, then we are setting the number as it is like the decimal values, so the decimal values cannot be removed. Then we are going to remove the hints from the text tool, and there it is. The calculator app is created, fully functional.